Hello and welcome to hopeforfelons.com. This will be podcast number 1, in which I will be sharing my real life experiences being released from federal prison to the halfway house and back into the community. After 17 years of being in prison, I was released into a federal halfway house, in which I found very frustrating because it was hard for me to find any type of full-time employment. It was like the only resources that the halfway house actually had was helping a person establish temporary employment through a temporary service. So that was very difficult when you need to save up your money for a plan that you put in place and you're not able to provide and successfully complete that plan. Then that becomes a major issue in your release from the halfway house, because we all know that that's the reason that they offer the halfway house to you, is so you are able to save money and then be released into the community and be able to make it. But that was one of my biggest issues that I had. Another issue I had is being able to get help with my medical needs, because I have medical issues, and I was able to get some help, but not the real help that I needed. And then after I was released from federal prison, then of course I was on probation. And while being released on probation, I also went through a lot of difficulties because I was in one community and my probation officer was from another community. So it was like he had no resources that would be able to help me in my community. He just had resources for the community in which he works. So I had a lot of issues there and a lot of communication issues with my probation officer. But what I have decided was, you know what, I'm not able to find employment. I have medical issues, so I was able to enroll in Medicaid and get approved for Medicaid, and then I went on and got approved for disability, and which was a very big help to me because I just struggled. I mean, even being released from the halfway house back into the community, I was able, yes, to establish the same employment as I did before, part-time, but nothing full-time. So I really had issues. And then, to make a long story short, when I was released from the halfway house, a little while later, I was able to get the help from the community that I needed with the Medicaid, and then now I get my disability. But I will be actually having a lot of future podcasts that will go in depth, that will explain to you the pros and cons of halfway house, getting ready for your release to the halfway house, and then being able to be released as a productive citizen, and give you the tools that you need to survive. And actually, also one of the things I would like to add is I would like to thank Hope Counseling in Winston-Salem. They have been a big help to me and a blessing to be able to give me a lot of the tools that I need to be able to make it and to deal with the life challenges that I have went through. And also, as being a criminal justice student, that has actually shared a whole lot of light in being able to understand not only a person on being a felon, but actually understanding the criminal justice side. And believe it or not, I was shocked when taking criminal justice and seeing how the people that are actually taking the class actually react to a convicted felon. And it seemed like that society today does not want to accept us back into the community at all, which it needs to be a change. And, that's a big change that we as people and the government need to make to be able to help the offenders be successful in the community. So be tuned to all of our live updates, and I hope that I can give you the tools that you need to be able to be successful in the community. Until next time, have a great day and stay positive, and there is hope for a felon.